Hey guys, it's me, and this is a video I should have done several days ago, but I didn't. Don't ask me why, but we're a couple of days late on the Humble Choice games. So, a lot of these games are really interesting, okay? But without further ado, let's jump in like we always do with the game number one. If you didn't already know what Humble Choice was, this is a membership that you can have through Humble Bundle where you get these games pretty much once a month that are curated, they're random. You pay a specific amount, and if you're updated, you actually get other bonuses inside the Humble Bundle site on their store and things like that. And a lot of this stuff goes to charity. Now, I'm not sponsored by these people. They don't know me. I'm but a speck in the distance of anything regarding this at all. But having said that, I fully back this place. They have some really good games on here. They have some really good prices on here. They go to charity. And I have been a member of the Humble Choice since before it was called Humble Choice. Yeah? So without further ado, let's start. Again, without ado further of things said. So, we have Deathloop. This game has been making its round. I do know it just recently got on Microsoft Game Pass on the Xbox. I have yet to play it. I have heard lots and lots of good things about this. It almost touts itself as a roguelike, where you die, and start over. It's basically a time loop game, where you learn new things and do different things and stuff like that. But it's a first-person shooter. I guess it does have some multiplayer in it where somebody can play the other person. But in the end, it is basically a first-person shooter game. What it says here is Deathloop is a next-gen first-person shooter from Arcane Lion, the award-winning studio behind Dishonored, which is an awesome game. In Deathloop, two rival assassins are trapped in a mysterious time loop on the island of Black Reef, doomed to repeat the same day for eternity. As Colt, the only chance for escape is to end the cycle by assassinating 8 key targets before the day resets. Learn from each cycle, try new paths, gather intel, and find new weapons and abilities. Do whatever it takes to break the loop. If at first you don't succeed, die again. Every new loop is an opportunity to change things up. Use the knowledge you gain from each attempt to change up your playstyle, stealthily sneaking through levels or barreling into the fight guns blazing. In each loop, you'll discover new secrets. Gather intel on your targets as well as the island of Black Reef and expand your arsenal. Armed with a host of otherworldly abilities and savage weaponry, you'll utilize every tool at your command to execute takedowns that are striking as they are devastating. Customize your loadout wisely to survive this deadly game of hunter versus hunted. So the game's got a lot of appeal to it. It's got very, very positive rates pretty much across the board. I haven't played it yet. First-person shooters are really not my thing unless they got a really good story, and this one kind of does. So I don't know. I may have to put it on the back burner and play it sometime. Next up, we have Monster Train First Class Edition, which is Monster Train as well as its DLC. I have Monster Train. I've had Monster Train for a while. I've done videos on it. Love this game. Absolutely love this game. But since I already have it, I'm probably going to give this to somebody. It might be JP. I don't know. He sometimes likes games like these, but I'll have to ask him to see if he'd like it or not. This is a card battler. You are a demon trying to fight off the armies of heaven while they're trying to destroy the demon realm, and all you have left is a train. So you have 3 different tiers on your train that you battle on, and it's a roguelike, where your lead demon, all these other cards that you get that are magic or person cards can be played and as you fight off the other legions of heaven. And lots of different classes, different races, and things like that. Very good game. One of my favorite ones that I just absolutely love. Next up, we have Little Hope. I did play this. I have a full series of this on YouTube that I played. Very good, scary game. It's coming up that the new one's coming out here pretty soon. That's a part of the anthology. That this new one coming out looks to be really gruesome. I have played Quarry a little bit. I will finish that probably this year on my next 7-day. I really want to try to get through that by myself. But this game is really good. It's got a really interesting background of witches and things like that. I made it through with only one person dying, and the ending is kind of a twist that you see coming a little bit. But very good game, but I already have it, so this is probably going to be going to somebody else as well. Next up, we have Disciples Liberation. Now, I have played some of the Disciples games before. They're basically grand strategy in a way, but it's turn-based. So, Disciples Liberation is a mature dark fantasy strategy RPG with turn-based combat. Liberate the lands of Nevendar and uncover the endless stories hidden within this richly detailed world where every decision has a consequence and every wrong move could be deadly. Explore a rich overworld and align with a variety of in-world factions from human empire tinged by religious extremism. Isn't most religions extremism? To the dark forces of the undead, led by a mad queen. Assemble a team to gather precious resources, sway political standing, and take on brutal beasts in intricate turn-based battles. Choice is everything in Disciples Liberation. It is up to you how you write your story. Now, games like this are always really good. It's got a really positive standing. Calypso Media is really good about some of the games that they make. So this might be something I would play. I don't know if I'd make a video of it unless it's something you guys wanted to see, but I would probably play this. But I still have so many games on my backlog, it's kind of ridiculous. Next up, we have Maid of Scur. Now, I have not personally played this, but I have watched my fave horror YouTuber CJU, like Top Notch, if you haven't watched him before. CJU Games on YouTube, shout out to him. He is probably the greatest horror game player on there, not only because of his soothing voice, but also his take on subtlety. And he gets scared, but it's not like screams. And he's able to kind of really gauge if a scare is good or not. And when he plays a game and he says, "Oh, this is a good game," you know it's going to be a good game. But he played this. But this is Brave the Nightmares of the Quiet Ones. Do not panic. Don't even breathe. Maid of Scur is a first-person survival horror set in a remote hotel with a gory and macabre history from British folklore. Armed with only a defensive sound device, you'll utilize stealth tactics to avoid death amongst a cult of sound-based enemies. Set in 1898 and inspired by the haunting Welsh tale of Elizabeth Williams, this is a story of a family empire driven by torture, slavery, piracy, and a supernatural mystery that suffocates the grounds of the hotel. Created and developed by Wales Interactive with a plot crafted by the writing talent and designers behind the likes of Soma, Don't Knock Twice, and Battlefield 1. Don't Knock Twice is awesome, by the way. A very, very good game. I might play this. You know, I've got several games that I could play for Halloween this year. I don't know. But I am working on Halloween, so. Yay. Alright, next up we have Epic Chef. Epic Chef is a story-driven adventure game flavored with life sim, farming, and crafting elements, blended together into one delicious dish via an interactive cooking experience. All served with a side of humor and elaborate cast of characters inspired by classics such as Mr. Ajiko or the writing of Sir Terry Pratchett. Grab your spatula and start on your journey to become Epic Chef. Now, the art style is a little bit flub, but I've played games like this, and this might be something that I would probably enjoy. Which is kind of sad that I've worked in retail for a good portion of my life, but I still play games based on retail. But when you play a game where you play in a retail environment and cooking and stuff like that, the customers aren't mean like real human beings are. So, in Epic Chef, you will combine ingredients, stirring and tossing with a culinary precision to bring out the flavor, elements of vigor, sophistication, and spirit in your dishes. This forms the core of the cooking experience that you must master in order to become the very best chef in Ambrosia. We got dish synergy and ingredient properties combined with a dynamic recipe creation system, meaning that you can experiment with thousands of different combinations to create a unique menu of decadent delights. Serving rats with tomatoes and potatoes? Don't you mean tomato souffle and vermin slices and starchy cream? Ugh. Intense chef battles. That's always fun. Take on bitter rival chefs in epic culinary clashes to see who is crowned cooking king of Ambrosia. Dishes are scored on a variety of things, from ingredients to flavors, strength, and more, with no two judges having the same taste. Become an even greater chef by utilizing the addition of sauces to alter the properties of your dishes and influence the judges to win their favor. That sounds really fun. Homegrown, homemade. Live off your land by growing food such as fruit and vegetables. Gather resources to craft specialized machinery that can process your ingredients further, and even create new recipe components whilst you tend to an eclectic mix of animal livestock from cows to unicorns. And don't forget to repair and customize your dilapidated and slightly haunted villa. Okay, I'm in. I really am. This is something that I will probably play. Welcome to Ambrosia, a place of gastronomic delight and agriculture wonder, renowned the world over. You are free to explore all that Ambrosia has to offer, from winding narrow streets to lush green fields, from quaint restaurants to bustling taverns, all full to the brim with friendly locals eager to meet you. Next up, we have Railroad Corporation. I actually do believe that I have this game as well. Actually, I don't. I don't own this game. I have one very similar like it. But this is your basic railroad tycoon game. You know, you do all the things that a railroad, place needs you to do, while in the pioneering golden age of steam. You're transporting stuff. It looks very similar to the one that I have, like very similar to the one that I have, because you're transporting stuff, you're transporting people, blah 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 blah. But this isn't it. So, moving on, we have Golf Gang. Golf Gang is a racing game. It's a party game. It's the fastest game of mini golf you'll ever play. Blend precision with speed to dominate the green in 8-player online mayhem, or hone your skills in solo speed runs. So yeah, this is like golf, like a very mild golf with friends, because it looks like it is a racing game, but there's not as many, I don't know, cool obstacles. It's just basically, I don't know. If you like this sort of things and you have friends to play games with, this might be something for you. And that looks to be the game so far that we have for October. The new game on the Humble Games Collection coming out on October 27th is called Signalis. Brand new game. It's going to play on launch day. They did one for last one too, Moon Scars. I haven't got a chance to play it yet, but it is out. Looks like you're also getting 35% off Crusader Kings 3 expansion pass. If you like that, there you go. So the charity this month is the World Central Kitchen. It says the World Central Kitchen is first to the front lines, providing meals in response to humanitarian, climate, and community crisis. They build resilient food systems with locally led solutions. So each month, 5% of your Humble Choice membership is donated to our featured charity of the month. So 5% of what I pay right now will go to World Central Kitchen. As the games go, we've got some really top tier games that are going on this month. I hope that the games that you're gonna get are all of them. Hopefully, and I want to know which game you're looking forward to playing. Let me know in the comments because there are a lot here. But until next time, guys, be kind to each other.